as I was explaining before, something that I was going to mention at the when I got done drawing these two different drawings was overall, if you look at both of them, which one actually looks more interesting? Most of you are probably going to say this one. One of the things that makes this one more interesting is simply changing the way you actually make your panels, like for action, making them diagonal. It's a bit different and not as monotonous as just making straight regular lines. Those are little tricks you can use to change up your paneling techniques, and they actually go a long way. And the next thing I was going to mention was panel flow. If you notice, you could actually draw an invisible line. You could actually draw a line to actually see just how something flows. Like, for instance, you have this, then it flows, and then comes like right back up. So it goes. That's panel flow. Well, that's what I call it. There might be another name for it, but that's what I call it. And here, you can also see something similar. See how it starts here, and then it goes panel flow. There's actually a weird thing that happens if you make panels a little bit weird, and it's harder to actually show a reader. It's actually harder for a reader to pay attention. Not too much, but like for instance, I'll explain. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say we actually just wanted to make a dialogue. We'll just go with a 5-panel thing. Like, you can actually use panel flow even for your dialogue balloons. Say you had a character talking, you have something here, which would lead into something being said here. And then you could also split that conversation up, and even split that conversation up just for the fact of sending the flow back to this panel. I make my comics left to right, so that's what I would do. And you would send it here. Say you would make an explanation here. You could even, let's say you only have one character. And then they'll notice the dialogue first, and then the person right here. So that sends the flow this way. Now what you will want to do is, there's no way to actually just whoop like that. So you would, let's say I would make a dialogue bubble here, and I'll make the character here. I'm going to make the dialogue, another dialogue bubble here. Just so I could make a curve like this. And then send it. And then I would actually make my next dialogue bubble right here. Not all the way over here, but right here. Just so the panel flow will go down, make my character. I can make my character actually at a lower spot. And then according to the panel flow, let's say I'll make my dialogue bubble right here. Then I could make a person here. Or you can add however many people you want there. And then you could actually make the dialogue bubble here, here, or anywhere in this area. But as you can see, the panel flow will go like, as simple as it sounds, it's actually a very important thing. It actually allows a reader to just smoothly transition from page to page and to swiftly go through your story. That's one of the easiest ways you can make things like dialogue not seem so boring. Like hitting people with a wall of text, no matter what you do, it's a wall of text. I'll even make another example of how to make panel flow from just adjusting your from another example, just through dialogue. Let's say we wanted to make a 4-panel. We're gonna make one long line, and then I'm gonna make this into this. How would you go about making a panel flow from this? Well, you'd start at this side. You could make something here. And then you could make designs or the person who's actually talking somewhere around here. And then if you wanted, you could also make another person that's probably being talked to that's about to respond second right here. And you could also make their dialogue bubble right here. Because of the way your eyes work, first you're going to notice this. And the character closest to it, like let's say you even put that there. So you're actually pointing to the character that's going to be speaking. Then it'll go, you're going to look at the people that he's most likely talking to, because that's the way your eyes will flow. And then so you will go up. So we have here, dang, pencil lead broke. So it will go down. And then if this person had a response, your eyes would actually your eyes would round back up. And so now you've actually taken your panel flow directly up to here into the boxes. So that's how you could actually make one long panel, and then have your other panels over here. And then you could make your dialogue bubble here, or let's say you actually wanted to not actually show the dialogue first, but whatever this person said, you wanted to show this person's reaction to it, because you would prioritize the most interesting thing in each panel. If the person's reaction would be more important than what he's actually going to say, like let's say his reaction is important, but all he's really going to do is be like, what? The what doesn't tell as much as his actual reaction would. So you would actually flow it right back up here, but you will put his reaction for it. Because you could actually just express something through just your character's expressions rather than just relying on dialogue. And so you also would you could actually leave that right there, because since you've already went to the character and already brought it down, I wouldn't actually put this dialogue balloon that close to him. I made a mistake when I actually drew the character that close to him. You would actually put the dialogue balloon closer right here. So your panel flow is actually already directed downward. Now from here, you could do a multitude of things. Well, you have a couple options. You can make a dialogue balloon here or a character here with an expression to if that's more important than what he's actually saying, and then make something here so that it goes like that. Or you could take the path and make your dialogue balloon here or character here, and then you could turn it like that. And then basically with a panel like this, you would have to make something about right here so that it hits first, and then so that it continues going down. And this has went a lot longer than I expected it to. I'm going to have to learn to be able to quickly sketch faster. That's one of my own weaknesses that I'm working on. So I make these tutorials, but I'm still working on skills myself. And that concludes this video. I want you guys to stay focused, keep drawing, don't give up. Even when it seems hard, try something new. Your brain might see something that you might not have seen before. These little things that can happen, you might be able to use something that doesn't work now for later. It's actually quite interesting how things like that work. But this is Wise Dragon Comics. I want you guys to Like I said, stay focused and keep drawing. And until the next time, peace.